Keep living, you'll learn something new every day. A family friend of mine is Miss Marjorie tried to check me earlier today when I went over to her crib to help her move her deep freezer. Now, back in the 80s and 90s, Miss Marjorie would be considered what we call a day of ballers, bitch. A high yellow motherfucker with about 1,000 kids. Now she got about 1,000 grandkids. Well off in her 60s, her kids or grandkids are either locked up in jail or they just don't want to help her do nothing. But she still stay relevant. She still get her toes done, her nails done. She still dress fly and she switch out her motherfucking wigs just like a motherfucker changing their drawers. She go from being a it bitch to being a crusader for Christ. Now, it's 11 in the a.m. Miss Marjorie's house is hot than a motherfucker. She got on a blue headscarf and a pink nautical robe with a silk gown and some gray house shoes. And she went to go hug me and she was smelling like Pall Mall cigarettes and Dawn dish detergent. And I can tell she had been drinking because she had a red buzz ball sitting on her kitchen table. She said, baby, Nene been telling me how you been cutting up on that goddamn phone. She said, you talk that shit just like your mama and your daddy. She said, but what you need to be doing is spreading the word of God, because he said in the Bible, we living in our last days where men are starting to act like women and women are starting to act like men. She said, you got these young men that's walking around here with these crop top t-shirts and showing their belly buttons and wearing hip hugger bell bottoms. And she said they ain't even being good examples for as men wanting to provide for their girlfriends and their women. I say, you right, Miss Marjorie. I say, but it takes more to being a man than just the way a man dress or to give a motherfucker their money. And she said, shut the fuck up. She said, you must forgot who you talking to. She said, better yet, let's cut this conversation short and you move that goddamn freezer. And she hit that buzz ball and she got ready to adjust her robe and her gown. And I looked and I saw that Miss Marjorie ain't have on no drawers. And that thing looked like Apollo Creed's face after Rocky had got through beating him up. And them hairs on that motherfucker looked just as nappy as the top of Kevin Durant's head.